Hi, my name is Jonathan Zull. I am a student from Everett Community College in the ATA CAD program. We have been studying the Knowledgeware workbench. After training in the workbench, the student had to create a project to demonstrate their knowledge of the workbench. My project was this wheel. In this project, I will demonstrate applying parameters, formula, using a design table and a product structure, as well as detailed parts shown in the specification tree. In the specification tree, the formulas are in the relation, and we will see also the design table. The part is made up of a shaft that comes around. We have constraints to have the rim depth for the tire to go onto. We also have the total rim diameter, which is controlled by this constraint, and the inner diameter, which is also controlled by this constraint. Now there's a bunch of formulas also to help guide and control the shapes, because we have a whole bunch of holes that are going to come in through the side, and this constraint also helps with the inner diameter. This constraint needed to be tied into our rim diameter, but since it's not really a diameter, it's a radius, we had to make sure that the appropriate formula was used, so rim diameter divided by 2, which would correspond with this. Rim width was probably tied in with this. Now I didn't want to constrain everything to just the formula, but the design table kind of takes care of a lot of the different aspects, and I'm going to just pull up also the design table spreadsheet. Have to make sure that when you do your spreadsheet, the parameters that you set up are also spelled the same, and in parentheses you need to also include the measurement used, whether they're millimeters or inches. Of course, for the bolt spacings, that's just real numbers, like the number of bolts you have. They're always going to be whole numbers. And like for example, rim diameter, you can have many different things. I didn't want to constrain everything by a simple ratio formula, so you can have 2 different sets with a rim diameter of 8, but they can have certain things varying in different ways, and that's what a design table gives you. We had to control the groove depth, which is this outside area here, as well as the inner rim. We have inside diameter, like I was mentioning before. We had to divide that also by 2. And I have a formula here, and it uses edge distance to figure out where these bolt holes go. And we had to figure out this radius minus that radius, and figure out the difference that I would have to have on top of the diameter. Bolt hole circle radiuses, there's a formula for that as well, depending on the